Motherfuckers keep thinking I'm gonna get rich or something. Keep hitting me up talking about bitches hit me up talking about her baby got my nose. How? My nose right here. Fuck.
Nose right here. Fuck. What up, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to another episode of the Ant Money Experience, greatest podcast in the world, with the greatest podcast host in the world. Yeah, boy. Sir King Ant Money, the greatest. Don't forget the greatest. But shout out, thank you, good brother. Thank you, good brother. But glad to have y'all here this evening. Just like the good folks in the comments. If you are watching right now, make sure that you comment so I can give you your proper shout out. Also, if you are watching right now, you are watching on the most dangerous podcast network in the world, the big exclusive network. If your podcast if you have a podcast idea, your podcast needs a home, come on over to the winning team, man. Also, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so y'all ain't got to be asking, when is the show? What time you started? You will get the notification. And also, you want to make sure you get that subscription so you can get all the exclusive content that the big exclusive network has to offer. Big exclusive been dropping some fire information, some fire shorts, all around great content for your mind. Also, you are here for the unofficial start of the weekend. Look like it's going to be a rainy one this weekend. There's been some heaters, so I'm more than welcome to asking for some of that rain that's going to cool us off. But before we go any further, a message from our sponsors. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, when that music be playing for the commercial break, I'll be jamming. That joint be kind of sounding like that elevator music or that whole music. I'll be sitting there wanting to freestyle a little bit to it. It's doing a little jiggy. But without further ado, let's bring up my podcast co-host for this evening. Hey, man, say, man.
All about them bangs, man.
What it do? How are you today?
Man, tired.
Nigga, you look like you had a long day yesterday. What up, El Presidente? But with that being said, let's jump into that. If it bleeds, it leads. Producer, let's jump into that first topic, please. Bone Thugs and Harmony receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony, one of my favorite groups from the 90s. Still doing their thing. In recent years, they had a fire versus with 3-6 Mafia. They currently are actually supposed to be going on tour with 3-6 Mafia, and I can't remember the other part of that tour, but shout out to them, man. I'm proud of anybody out here receiving their accolades. I mean, they've been doing it for a long time. Scooter, you got a favorite Bone Thug song?
I just miss my Uncle Charles, man.
They killed my dog, and I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. He should have been gone. Didn't even know what was wrong. Ooh.
Classic.
Shout out to the St. Clair G's. On a side note, first of the month, that's a good one. I would have to say first of the month might be one of my favorite ones too.
Yeah.
But that video for Crossroads used to scare the shit out of me as a kid when he said, and Uncle Charles said, "My turning black." I said, "What the fuck?" And then I watched that video the day after my grandfather. Well, the night my grandfather died was the first time I saw that video, and it was playing and scared the absolute shit out of me. I was seeing shadows and shit. But with that being said, producer, play the next clip, please.
Tigger, get off my phone. Do you not see all them crime? Give me
Bro,
my phone.
why
Stop.
you
I'm
do
not
that?
doing that.
Yes,
She
you did.
dropped. She dropped. She dropped.
Bro, you're literally stepping on her.
I'm not stepping on her, Alex. I just want
Bro.
my phone. She could give me the phone and it'd be over. She could give me the phone and it would be over.
Bro, just get over her. She's gonna
I'm
give
not
you.
on her at all. Give me my phone.
Get off of me,
Give me my phone.
D, if I was anybody else, you wouldn't be doing this.
If you say so. Give me my phone.
Bro, just get over her. You can buy a new phone.
Get off of me!
Mr. Tiger!
Get off of me!
Mr. Tiger, get off of her now!
Mr. Tucker, get off her now. Now, this video has been one of the most buzzing things on the internet this whole week. Scooty, what were your first thoughts when you seen this video?
He got dicks in that phone. But also, bitch, why are you all this dramatics? You trying to set this man up. You know, I hate to have to defend a man, but you on some weird shit or whatever. You're recording. Get off of her. He's clearly not on this girl. You give the man back his phone, and then turn around and this bitch get fucking arrested for kidnapping charges because she had a warrant.
Let's not jump into that yet. Let's not jump into that yet. Now, when I first saw this video, I was like, oh, she is full of theatrics because he is clearly not harming you. Y'all conveniently recording this video. I was like, I'm not buying this because also just give that man his phone. Get off of me, get off of me. Give him his phone.
If it was anybody else, you wouldn't be doing this. Why would he about to grab be taking his phone? Love, like, what's happening? What are we doing?
If he wasn't recording me, I'll slap the shit out of you and make you give me my phone. Personally.
Honestly.
I got a strict don't touch my motherfucking phone policy. Actually, my phone was touched recently and feelings were hurt. But what up, Mac? Listen, don't touch my phone. And everybody knows my code is 0407. And I say that to say, don't touch my shit. The only time it's acceptable to touch my phone is if I'm on the other side of the room and you're like, yo, let me change the song. Let me put a song on real quick. Other than that, don't touch my motherfucking phone. I don't play that. Yo, what's up? I made it this week. Hey, that hour difference is I be forgetting about my folks that's outside of the Eastern Coast time zone. Scooty used to always say, listen, tell me the show was at 4, because 7 I ain't gonna make it. I had to make that. But now I have a two-part to that second. I got a two-part question to that second part. Now, what were your thoughts when you heard about these allegations about, well, not these allegations, but these reports of her daughter being missing for 7 years?
So I didn't really like even go down the rabbit hole for it or whatever. I've had a very busy, couple of days or whatever. But from what I do see, bitch, go worry about that baby. And Tiger, why are you with this lady? And all around again, what are we doing here, folks?
So for the folks that are unaware, apparently she was in the middle of a heated custody battle. Now, the one thing that could be said as a testament to her character is that when a mother loses custody of her child and the father receives full custody, not partial, not split, but he received full custody, and on the day that his daughter was supposed to come and live with him, she mysteriously went missing. Now, that was also 6 to 7 years ago. That shit don't sit right with me at all. And
Not
much
even a
like
little
you
bit.
just said, what the fuck would you be with a woman with those type of allegations? With, like, we need to be looking for your daughter all the time.
You are out here trying to pipe down. Where's that baby?
Listen, if my daughter went missing for 7 years, best to check on me, because I am going to be sick every day. I'm looking. I'm probably going to be walking up to people that look.
All right.
I mean, just on my walks now, when I'm walking through the neighborhood, every once in a while, I'll see a little girl that just looks just like my daughter, and I'm like, oh shit, no, my daughter not around here. I can only imagine if my daughter is missing for 7 years. I'm 7 minutes for sure. I'm going to lose. I couldn't imagine what, like, when I heard that, my first thought was the father. I can't imagine how I know he's sick. And I would, so she all of a sudden goes mysteriously missing when she's supposed to come live with me. She coming to live with me for a reason. No.
And as the father, there's no peace for nobody around here. So I don't give a fuck who you're dating. I don't care about nothing you're talking about. Every day there will be hell to pay for everybody that's involved in this shit until
I would be an episode of Worst Ex Ever. And then,
oh my God, please.
Then I'd be somewhere like this in somebody's courtroom. Glove don't fit. You must have quit, because ain't no way in the world that a baby can go, not a baby, but a child in general can go missing for 7 years and nobody not be concerned. But with that being said, producer, my next topic, please.
Young brothers in Kansas City, Kansas just wanted to sell lemonade this summer. What happened when police were called to their stand is a story you are going to want to see. KCTV5's Zach Fisher has more.
Jakai and Prez Reese have been selling lemonade here on 33rd and Webster for years. But this week, when life gave them lemons, Kansas City's finest made sure they sold every cup. It all started with a 911 call, one police haven't heard before. Someone notifying them about two boys selling lemonade on the corner. But when Kansas City, Kansas police and firefighters arrived, they didn't shut the stand down. They became its best customers. Officer Morgan Reed was among the first to pull up during the afternoon shift.
Now, what were your thoughts when you saw this video?
That people are continuously trying to use the fucking police to kill children, to kill black children at that. And I miss the days where people used to get charged for calling in bullshit ass things on the emergency lines. And also miss days when neighbors would beat up other neighbors for being on fuck shit.
First of all, shout out to those firemen and police officers that had a discretion to, like, treat these kids with some decency. Like, it's a fucking lemonade stand. I mean, kids are going to sell lemonade, whatever. I don't care. I'm not walking up to some kid at a lemonade stand asking, where's your permit, young lady? Young man, do you have a permit to sell that? Let them kids rock out. Like, kids are going to come up with random ideas. That's why, like, also when I'm in Philly, I try to keep change on me. So if there's a young boy out there selling water, selling Gatorades, here you go, young boy, because you could be out there doing other devious shit. Yep. You are clearly a young entrepreneur, and if this dollar is going to help you with your dreams and ambitions, so have it. Or if this is just going to get you some V-Bucks for Fortnite, have at it. But this is just another example of white people minding black people business. And we gonna get into this. I don't normally get into this, but we gonna get into it today. But to those individuals that called the cops, you're a crumb bum.
You're a crumb creep. I want to fight you. But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum.
Leave them kids alone.
Very strange behavior.
And they was messed up, breaking it. Never mind. With that being said, producer, my next topic, please.
Hard to do this to your cute ass, but sorry. I get the shit. I ain't trying to get knuckles, motherfucker. Oh shit. Come on. Yo, what up, yo? Bang, 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 bang. Oh, come here. So, pow. Get your ass out. Ink, pink, pepper stick, booty far out. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, yo, get up. Fly out. Hey, get Go. Shit, fly out. Hola, ¿cómo estás? You sure? That's a good answer. I like that one. Whoa, I got your ass back up. Now,
I want to know, 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 I want to if you know me, if you are a fan of the Ain't Money Experience, you know that I am a fan of ignorant shit. Now, this young man was arrested on charges of assault with bodily harm. I enjoyed this, and as motherfucking hot as it's been the last couple days, what up, bro? You keep coming up here spelling Keenan with a K, and I'm trying to understand what the issue is. But what were your thoughts when you saw the video?
I was immediately irritated and pissed off. And I am glad that they got arrested. I ain't gonna hold you. Charge of the crime seems a little far, like a fine or something maybe, but I didn't find any of that funny. I didn't like any of it, especially now when you're like shooting people like in the face with this water gun, like close up. That's a lot.
Oh,
That whole situation is a lot. All of that, and I've drawn down on motherfuckers for less, so I didn't think it was funny. You know, I get very irritated very quickly. You know, right past me and shoot me with no fucking water gun.
Oh, tough crowd, tough crowd.
Hey, super tough. Leave me out of it, please. I want to be outside. No way, I'm outside, and I've gotten wet now without my consent, sir. Please.
Double entendre, but it was
Dangerous.
It was entertaining to me.
Because you're childish.
Everybody knows I'm childish. Listen,
look.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and she was like, "Oh my God, you're 39." I was like, "Yeah, I'm just immature." She was like, "What wasn't going to say?" Yes, you was. Yes.
That's a bar. That's a bar, man. I don't know. That's a bar.
I did forget about that. I, in my younger years, had a habit of on my way home when I lived in Logan, there was this one dip, and it was right across the street from the subway. So when people used to stand on the corner, whenever it rained, I would purposely slide over, hit this puddle, and splash people in that corner because I knew that it was a little crater, so I knew that it was going to splash. And my favorite was when it snowed. I would also do this because the slush would pop up and hit people in the face.
And this why your cars be so fucked up. It's why you be getting a fucking car when you get with your cars because of bullshit like this.
Wow.
Look at God. Yep.
Producer, my next topic, please. One photo from the DC Metro says everything about America's 250th birthday. A black woman sits calmly here in her seat as mass white nationalists crowd the train car on their way to march through the Capitol. They hid their faces. She didn't. Only one person in that photo looks like a country worth celebrating. She's the America we love. Now, take that down, producer. I want to say this was the most disgusting shit that I ever saw. Well, I've seen some pretty disgusting shit, but these people marching in DC on a 250th celebration, regardless of how you feel about the holiday, we know what in theory it should represent. And the fact that they took, I think my favorite quote about this was they waited all year round to do a march with mask on. Y'all some bitches, because anything that I believe in, I stand on. I ain't gotta hide behind nothing. And y'all was marching around with these Confederate flags. First of all, I don't understand the fascination with the Confederate flag, because in the end, they got their motherfucking ass whooped. What you want? If y'all was want to have a sign to stand for your rebelness, maybe you should make another flag. Because that flag, when I see that, I just think of motherfuckers getting their ass kicked.
What the nigga Cat Williams say? You have an unnatural alliance to losers.
Facts. I remember one day walking down the street not too far from my house, and just to give you an idea of what the neighborhood was when I first moved here, there was a statue about 3 blocks down from me in the middle of the street that was in the memory of young soldiers that lost their life in the Civil War on the Confederate side. I was like, some young niggas that took that loss.
Big L. Okay, okay, okay.
But I mean, what were your thoughts when you saw it?
Nothing new. Losers gonna be losers. That's why they're always so mad about everything. Just angry, just perpetual. Understand perpetual anger for some shit that they don't even need. They shouldn't be angry about. You're mad because you're a loser. That's all it is. You're mad because you're a loser. When it comes down to it, genetically, physically, emotionally, mentally, everything, you're just a loser. Even when you do all these other things to and you should have a fucking a leg up and all that other stuff, you're still coming up fucking third and fourth and fifth, not even second. You're losing, and you're mad that you're losing. You don't know how to just be a loser.
I'm
And
going
so
to
you
say,
put the fucking mask on and prance around like little bitches or whatever else, man.
I'm going to say, y'all lucky that them National Guardsmen are down there in the Capitol, because if them DCYNs would have got let loose,
Boy,
y'all that had a long day. They had to put a curfew in place to keep them little YNs under control, and the curfew ain't working. Y'all got lucky. Y'all was in the right place. Now y'all should have went there on U Street where all the black people be. We just seen how tough y'all was then.
because they know they know where to do this shit. They organize. They try to make sure that they're gonna be safe whenever they come out here and start yelling all this crazy shit out. Because as soon as you hear somebody in the fucking mouth, all of a sudden now, I don't know. Why would you? I'm freedom of speech, and I don't know. No, no. Let's keep that same violence. Well, they're just words. Just words. Words are still violence. Match
Listen,
violence with violence at this point. Stop it.
I definitely match violence with violence, energy with energy. Y'all picked the right motherfucking day. Now, I saw this and then, instantly, I had one of my favorite moments of the week. Followed this up. What up, good brother? Yeah, we don't need them DC young guys acting up. Nah, I would have appreciated them young boys acting up that day. But
Because act up for a fucking reason. Stop acting up for bullshit. Act up when it
yeah,
matters.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But with this nonsense, some very great nonsense came to follow. Producer, bring up my next topic, please. Now, all over Facebook, there has been uh, these white people only groups that have been discovered by black people. Now, I had a couple different things that I could have played to this, but this was my favorite. The caption read, "New group, please don't let them blacks see this and join." And then my guy Rod Mahone said, "Surprise, motherfucker," with the Will Smith fire meme, by the way. When I tell you, I laughed so hard. And actually, one of my friends added me to these groups. And you know what? I'm glad that people have been getting into these groups, exposing people, because why y'all hiding? Like, my thing is, I've come across people that have been blatantly ignorant. I respect the blatant ignorance and racism because at least I know where to place you and you're not high minded. Still watch your words because they could get your ass kicked. But if you're gonna be upfront and bold with it, be upfront and bold. But don't hide behind no posts. Don't sit there. And also there's a guy on Instagram that I really love. This guy, he looks for posts where people say blatantly racist things, and he does a deep dive on their profile and pull out all their information, churches they belong to, businesses they own, jobs they have, and then he exposes it. I remember with the situation that I talked about last week with the meme with the young lady, I forget her name, in the WNBA. This one guy said, "Look at these chimps chimping," talking about the black young lady. I can't remember her name in the video. And a guy did a deep dive and found out that this guy was a celebrity hairstylist. He did hair and did haircuts for people in the NBA. And he exposed all the pictures. And he was like, oh, so the same people you're making racist jokes about happen to be your clientele. Wonder how they feel when they when they see this. Yeah, you know what? The thing that I appreciate is that during this time with all the people coming out, you know, the country goes through phases like this where they feel tough and feel the need to stand on this dumb racist shit that they be spouting. Y'all do know we don't forget. That was you. That was you. I remember. I remember.
What I can say, I can say that a lot of people don't forget, but not enough people don't forget. Because black people have been it's been ingrained in black people to turn the other cheek and to accept an apology and to forget and all these other things. But when you are, because my mother was older when she had me, so she grew up in these times or whatever, like back during segregation and shit. So my whole life I've been aware of of like how people are or whatever. My mother was the first kid in her school to come to the school as a black child. A little black girl. My mother died. I think she's like 60 something years old or whatever. I'm 30. I'll be 34 in August.
Hey,
Y'all children are out here. Y'all grandchildren are out here. People are still alive. This isn't. I go. Oh no, that happened so far back. You know this. It doesn't really matter. And da da da. Yeah, it doesn't. It is that deep. It's people always. Oh, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Y'all just looking too much into things. No, it is that deep. It absolutely is that deep. It's currently happening in front of you.
My grandmother was an adult during segregation.
You feel me? Like these are things that's happening and they're currently happening. Oh no, they don't. No, so you don't understand. No, I understand. You don't understand. You're just stupid. And in the year 2026, I want people to stop forgetting and forgiving. I want people to stop turning the other cheek. I want black people specifically to stop acting like this is not a generational issue with these people.
Now, I do want, in the words of my great grandmother, I do want people to turn the other cheek and slap the shit out of you.
Can I get an amen?
R.I.P. Nana. But your producer.
Am I in trouble? You muted.
Okay. He did the Mortal Kombat drum. But with that being said, y'all know how I like to end. If it bleeds, it leads every week. Producer, play my funny video of the week.
Teach me a lesson. All right. We was at this restaurant called Coney Island, and this homeless lady walk in. And excuse me, everybody. I'm not trying to ruin your breakfast, but I just want to know if anybody got a couple dollars, right? Mm-hmm. And I go, ew, right? Loud as hell. Ew. Everybody laughs. I'm maybe like 11 at this point. People, my mom, that's not funny. You know what? Your problem is she get up. I'm going to show you something, okay? People are people, okay? And people have feelings too, and you need to, and so my mom take out her money and get a lady $20, right? Bang, get a lady 20 and look at me. And you need to realize, and while she look at me, the old lady kissed my mom on the cheek. And my mom goes, wait a minute, bitch! Man, dog. It was perfect just to be like, it was so funny. I remixed that Seal song, Kiss from a Rose. Kiss from a hole on the street. Ooh, the more I get to you, the stranger it feels. Oh, my mom was pissed. But like,
when I tell you, I laughed so hard when I saw that clip. This week was funny because I literally had 3 or 4 videos I could have played for the funniest moment of the week, but I could not stop laughing. But I chose this particular video because, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for this week's installment of Story Time with Aunt Money.
Here we go.
Oh, man. So, me and my bro Corey, we down in this part of Philly. Oh, shit. Scooty, you was with me. You wasn't with me for this part of the story, but you was with me here this night. ladies and gentlemen, I took Scooty. Scooty hit me up. It was like, yo, I'm in DC. I'm coming to Philly tonight. I said,
I want the army to start give me every time the army gives me a fucking rental car. I'm gonna be still where I'm not supposed to be.
So Scooty pulls up. I'm like, yo, like what you I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna take you to see like the Rocky stuffs and nothing like that. We won't go to like you gonna see the real Philly today. So we take it to Cooper's. Then one of my homies, RP, my nigga Kev was like throwing a party this day. He had a spot rented out. It's down a section of North Philly called Trap Street. If you know, you know. So I'm like, yo, Kev, we gonna pull up. So we pull up to the joint. Kev like, yo, is 20 a pop. I'm like, oh shit, Scooty, you got change on you? She like, no. I'm like, all right, Corey, let's stay with my homie. And me and Corey, we gonna go over to the deli across the street. So we walk into the deli. Corey walks in first. Crackhead walks up to him. You got 15 cents? He like, nah. She like, you got 15 cents? And I actually happen to have change in my pocket. So I'm like, yo, here go a quarter. She's like, oh, thank you. He's so nice. Like, he's so nice. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So then the crackhead goes, do you got like another quarter by chance? And I had like 35 cents still in my pocket. I was like, you know what? You can have all of it. So I go up to the ATM. I'm going to get the money out. I feel a kiss on my neck. I was like, I turn around this way and look at Corey. Corey was actually on his phone. He looked up and he was like, I turn around and look at her. She was like, what you doing, lady? You want to come back around? I said, look, that ATM wanted to hesitate with me getting my money. I'm like, here we go. Give me my fucking money, please. I took my money, and when I tell you, Corey could not stop laughing about that. And we actually went on a hike the next morning with another group of friends. And Corey was like, yo, Aunt, what's that rash on your neck? And I'm like, yo, I take out my phone, I take a picture. I'm like, I'm looking at it like, I'm just fucking with you. I knew you was going to panic. Fuck you. That is not funny because I really believe I had a rash on my neck. But with that being said, producer, it's time to jump into that motherfucking lounge talk. Yuck, motherfucking right.
Yuck. Listen, oh my god. I'll fucking melt. Do not touch me. I don't like clean people touching me. Do not fucking touch me. You haven't showered. Don't. Hey.
I'm nigga hands off me.
I get your hands for me. I will turn into a puddle. No. Ugh.
But I was watching the Joe Budden podcast the other day, and they brought up a very interesting topic that I am going to use for my wine cooler topic this evening. Now, Scooty, if you could fuck one superhero and get all their powers, who would it be?
Oh shit. Like, that's a lot of fucking superheroes. That's a lot of superheroes. What shorty? What's the blue bitch from X-Men?
Not Nightcrawler, but I know
Mystico.
Mystic. Oh, that's a good. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, it was funny because when I was watching it, there was a group, and the room was all fellas. So this one guy was like, so everybody was kind of just sitting there thinking, and one dude was like, he was like, yo, if one of y'all want to say some gay shit like Galactica, it's cool. I'm not worried about it. One dude was like, Batman. So everybody in the room was like, Batman don't got no superpowers. And then one dude said, you know what? I already got Batman's powers. It's white privilege. I was kind of born with his powers.
Listen, I was just going to say that. He absolutely got power. And he's rich. What?
Now, when I heard the question, I instantly said, oh, easy, Storm. I can fly. I can control the weather. Storm. easily. Somebody, then it got kind of entertaining because one guy was like, I mean, I'm gonna make it a woman, Wonder Woman, and the guy was like, well, what the fuck was Wonder Woman powers? Being strong for a woman? I said, oh my god,
That's hilarious. Doesn't she have like the
Marvel,
same
what up,
superpowers
good
as like
brother?
Superman?
Say that again.
I said, don't she have like the same powers as like Superman though?
No, I
Like
don't
damn
think
near.
I don't know if Wonder Woman fly?
Hell yeah, she can fly, and she's like bulletproof and shit like that.
She was strong as shit. Jean Grey, that's actually a really good pick too. Now, personally, I'd have took Phoenix down because Phoenix was a bad. Yeah, I mean, Magneto, El Presidente, that's a good one. That's a good one. Magneto definitely. When Magneto started acting up, he he would he would get to it. That's it. That's a good one. Y'all got a lot of good picks. I see a lot of Jean Greys in there.
But
That's a
also
good
though,
one.
hear me out though. Hear me out. If we, because like I said, there's like those are other traditional superheroes. If we just talking just anybody, hey, Homelander, give me Homelander powers. I want to be evil too. Shit, hey, let's wrap this shit up, Bucko.
I know Jean Grey is Phoenix, y'all. I'm just saying I would take the Phoenix over the Jean Grey part of it.
You
But
freaky.
Homelander, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let me see. Non-traditional. What was that one that was on Netflix? Jessica Jones, I think was her name. She was, first of all, she was getting lit. And she would wake up, she would get in the fights. They would whoop her ass, but she was strong as shit.
Yeah.
She could take a punch. I definitely Jessica Jones holla at me.
I love a woman who can take a punch.
Absolutely was not where I was going. Rest in peace, Tina Turner.
This is crazy.
But now to the Leon's topic talk of this evening. So now for the last couple of weeks, I've been having like interest coming across different stuff on podcasts that I've been seeing. Also, one of my neighbors, I was having a conversation with her about this. I want to talk about sugar daddies tonight. Now, when I was talking to my neighbor, she was telling me how her sugar daddy, she was like, he comes over, she know he got a wife, he breaks her off with money, pays for different stuff for her, she gives him a little entertainment, he goes his way, she goes her way. But the nature of their relationship is really just like somewhat hanging, but money involved. Now, my question is, what do you consider a sugar daddy?
All of that. It's all about what you put the parameters on for it, right? So sex can be involved, sex can not be involved. Some guys just want somebody to literally just talk to, you know. But I do think that it has to be transactional, like as like the bottom, like as like the baseline of the nature. Like, okay, I'll be your friend or whatever, but like I'm gonna need XYZ in return for my time over here or whatever else.
Okay.
And now like in a and that's like foundationally transactional because your relationship is the same thing. Everything's transactional at some point. Either you pay me directly for pussy or you paying the waiter, and then we finna go home and get busy.
So that was actually going to be my follow-up question. Do you consider a sugar daddy different from being in a relationship with an older man? Are they one and the same, or can they be both?
Oh, I think it could be both. I think that like I said, the nature of the founding of the relationship, right? Because there are some age gap relationships where it's genuine love there and stuff, but a lot of them be either he's looking for a caretaker or either he's looking for somebody to pay to touch his ED riddled penis. You know, but either way, ma'am, please make sure that you're getting something out of this besides just waste your time with this man who's about to die.
Ass.
A wet ass.
Before we go any further, I want to know what y'all got to say about that. And if you think I came here to play with y'all, god damn it, I'm not. Now, an older generation, an older gentleman who affords you a certain lifestyle in exchange for sex and companionship. So I can agree with that. I now uh, something that really brought this to the forefront for me this week is that NBA Hall of Famer Scottie Pippen, who honestly, Scottie Pippen has had a rough last couple years. He had MJ coming out just shitting on him. After MJ shitted on him, his son had a relationship and was engaged to this woman. I can't imagine how embarrassing it could be for his son, who is Scottie Pippen Jr. and playing in the NBA. But Michael Jordan's son Marcus had a relationship with her. She was the she was a reality show star for a little bit, and then I think the most damning information that I heard about her was that she was the inspiration for Future song Gucci Flip Flops. Holy shit, Scotty was just taking L after L. After being a great champion for all those years, to retire and just be a laughing stock. But Scottie Pippen has recently been photographed with his new relationship where the young lady is 23 years old and he is 60 years of age. Now, my question to you is, what are your thoughts when you see a sugar daddy relationship?
I like spider web and stuff, so I have like 20 different thoughts immediately. I wonder if it's trauma based or whatever. Like, are you with this man because you got daddy or mommy issues or whatever? Is this for the money? Do you actually think this man loves you? Do you actually love him? Are y'all actually in love or whatever? Like, I have so many different thoughts about them when I see them. Less thoughts when when the older guy or when the older person, because women do that weird shit too, has money. But I have even more thoughts when it's somebody that's poor, that's dating some old dude is also poor. Because bitch, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it.
Listen, I remember I was at this bar, 151, a notorious sugar daddy spot, and I walk up to this young lady. I'm talking to her, yo, sweetheart, this, that, and the third. Yo, let me buy you your drink. She's like, okay. I buy her a drink, and this old head comes up and starts talking to her. I hear what he's saying. Cool. Out here in Virginia, this girl, I sat there, I talked to her, looked away to buy us 2 shots. I turn around, this old man in her ear, he like, listen, I could pay all your bills. I'll buy you a tab all night. You want some food? You get that too. I'll pay for you to do X, Y, Z. You ain't have to work if you with me. So she looked at me, she said, he said he gonna do all that. What you gonna do? You better go with him.
I was gonna buy a drink, but I'm gonna take both of these. Thank you.
Yeah, you better go with him because me,
that sounds like a good deal, love. Go ahead, hop on it.
I ain't doing none of that shit. And you want to do with that ED at the end of the night. Be disappointed if you want. So after I said all that, she kind of sat there, looked at him, gave him a fake number, and proceeded to talk to me for the rest of the night. Listen, I'm never in competition with nobody. My biggest competition is me. I'm not doing it, young lady.
Hop it.
Now, now you spoke about what you think of the young lady involved. How are you looking at the man?
As a fucking creep, as a weirdo. I don't know why anybody. I don't understand why anybody. We're talking men right now though, but like, anybody really is trying to date anybody that's like 10 years age junior or anything else like that. Like age gap relationships are weird. They've always been weird to me. And the older person is almost always a fucking loser. Because why can't you date nobody that's your own age? Because they know that you're a fucking loser. And then y'all hoes in high school dating these guys. Da, 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 da. Yes, because that nigga couldn't get a bitch his own age because he's a fucking child. He's a predator. The teachers that's fucking all these students or whatever. Oh, I wish that was me when I was a kid. Why is this bitch fucking a 15-year-old? And why y'all trying to make this shit like obviously it's more socially acceptable because double standards and shit. But like, why are y'all not acknowledging the fact that this is absolutely traumatizing still for this little boy? Which is why these men be growing up to be the piece of shit they are because they have all this fucking unresolved trauma around sex and relationships because they were dating their fucking teacher at the age of fucking 15.
For sure. I know it was a teacher back in Albany. two of them that was doing some wild shit. I would say her name, but I don't want the repercussions that could come from that.
Yes, please don't.
Who knows who's watching this? But I wanted to play on the I wanted to play on the football team so bad when I heard what they was getting over there getting into. But
boy,
it's very sick. And when I look at the guys, I am also thinking, what are
that's
you
weird,
doing?
Tara.
What are you doing that you can't find women your age? I mean, at 33, I pulled a 48-year-old. Brand new body. Her husband died and she used it to buy the mommy makeover and it looked phenomenal.
See?
Also, there's been another older lady at establishment that I frequent in Virginia that I started talking to. She was also the age of 48. They out here. They are out here. You can find somebody your age, but my thing is always when I see it, how did this happen? How did he approach you? What did he say that was like, yeah? And like, girl, you kiss him? You suck
in the mouth?
You suck on that?
You gonna get worms.
You let that lick you?
Ugh. His tongue is white.
He go like this before he talk.
What? He has like the little white shit on the side of his mouth. He gotta wipe it every. No, please, girl, what are you doing? And shit like that leads me to be like, okay, so like, what trauma, what hardships are you facing for this to be something that you are willing to do? What are you going through? Why are you doing this?
Now the
shit like that.
The one young lady that's my neighbor. With her, I do think her attachment is because of like slight daddy issues. I don't think it's as severe as most, but I think it's daddy issues. There's somebody else that I won't talk about that I also think involves daddy issues, but I think that's the overall standard for stuff like that. And then there's people that I am aware of people that are just naturally attracted to older people.
You know?
I can say as a kid, I was always attracted to older women over the women my age. I mean, I was 7 and we was in the back of the church pointing at people and I was like, I want Miss such and such. My homie was like, you know she like 40. I said, yeah, she's seasoned.
She's seasoned. It's crazy.
But I had a teacher that now as an adult, I know she used to ask me inappropriate-ish.
I had to go through that, baby. I really did. Really did.
A teacher is so wild because that relationship that you have is just is wild. I mean, I've always been in the older women. Shout out to JK Player Wave. I mean, me and his mother had a long-standing relationship until recently. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, go ahead and play us out, man. Like get me out of here.
But no, I'm always looking at the guy and I'm always disgusted. Guys that are dating people that are younger than their kids is just wild to me. Like I was sitting there and a guy, one of my homies was telling me a story about how he was out and a dude started talking to a 20-year-old and I was like, that's fucking disgusting. And he was like, yo, I said the same thing. Oh fuck.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yo, I said this nigga would say a fucking mom joke right before I get on this job.
Damn, my timing is impeccable. What up, good brother? What is your thoughts on the topic for this evening?
So, all right. So before I start this off, all the independent, including Scooty, this is to you as well. All the independent women, everybody that's in this chat right now, I'm excluding y'all from what I'm about to say, right? There are women out there, young, old, that don't matter. When it comes to older dudes, right, they got bread, they tend to go for younger women. Now, I'm taking about the dudes that got bread, right? Now, there are women, young women, that are looking to get a lifestyle, right? So they dudes that's older than what they is because they want to get the Instagram lifestyle. They want to get money. They want to do that stuff. And I get what both of y'all saying. That shit do look nasty as fuck. I'm not going to negate that, right? But there are women that are looking for that. To each his own. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely get that, and I mean, it don't even necessarily have to be older men. If it's a guy that's flaunting it and they know they can get him to spend it, it's women that'll do that. I mean, I have a family member that has had sugar daddies over the years. I mean, living a lifestyle. I'm talking about she going out on exotic vacations and she going yachts. And I'm just sitting there like, how the fuck? And one time she accidentally put her sugar daddy in the camera and like snatched it back real quick. I said, I was wondering how you was doing it. But yeah, it's just kind of weird for me, especially the dudes. I think the guys that don't have kids, I can see where it may be like a little bit more in their mind acceptable, but I still think disgusting. But for a person that has kids and you dating people the same age as or younger than your kids, I think that's absolutely disgusting.
Because why are you dating somebody that's within your child's like age group? Well, y'all got shit to talk about for real. And I just want more people to be more like upfront and honest about things. No, I love her. What's her favorite color? What's her actual middle name? You don't know because all that love, you don't be loving these people. What you want is somebody who you can. Hey, okay, look, I'm gonna buy you this new purse. You put my balls in the car. Let's see what happens. Whatever. Cool. Say that though. But let's stop trying to act like, sir, you just so. Oh, yeah, that's great. Y'all old bitches be hating. No, sir, you're lying to this poor young lady, and she doesn't know the game, but older women do, but other women do.
Now, if a guy just wants something that's gonna make him feel young, because I feel like that's a lot of it. Them wanting somebody that's gonna keep them young. I mean, I guess, brother. Now, is there a certain age? I'm gonna ask you first, Joe. Do you think there's a certain age where, after that point, it's acceptable for an older man to have a sugar baby and then not be looked at weird? Is there like a cutoff where? Is there a cutoff age where you're like, you know what, that's acceptable? She old enough.
You saying the age of the woman or the age of the man?
The age of the woman.
Damn, that's a good one.
Because I do think there, what up, good brother Ron in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I think that with women personally, once they get in the 30s range, and I'm talking like mid 30s, I think anything beyond like maybe like 33, I think that's kind of fair game. I think they old enough where they lived through a little bit. I think that they're a little bit more mature, should have had something going for themselves. But that after that, like 30 to like 35 range, I'm kind of like, if she can be a sugar baby at that point, have that. I don't think there can be. I'm not saying that there won't be. There could be some manipulation there, but I mean, she's old enough where she knows better at that point. Might not do better, might not make the best decisions, but she's old enough to know better. Where I'm not looking at that too funny.
Yeah.
Me, I would say over the age of 25, and the only reason I say over the age of 25 is because when you're over the age of 25, I feel like you're past the college stage. So you're past your grad school, whatever the case that, you past that age. You're still not, how can I say, you're not too young, but you know a little bit more. I think sometimes when it comes to this generation, we think that they're not as smart as we think they are. They know social media, they know certain things. They may not have the experience, but they got ChatGPT. Like, you know what I'm saying? They
I mean, they might be a little bit more savvier, but I don't necessarily think they make them smarter.
And also, because they have ChatGPT, what they're losing is cognitive thinking abilities. They're losing the ability to come up with ideas on their own. ChatGPT is not only a lot of times fucking wrong, but it's destroying the fucking planet at a higher rate of speed than it needs to. These kids are not using ChatGPT for what it could be used for. They're using it for bullshit, which is making them even dumber than they already are.
Now, Joe, where I'm going to disagree with you is I think at 25, that's where you just start to become an adult. And on the average, I think that's where most people, like you're beyond college, most people are just like really moving out of their parents' house. I don't think that's still an acceptable age to be dating a younger woman because she's still in formative years. I mean, I think
Yep.
that's where you just start to really be an adult. I mean,
Yep.
18, you become legal. 21, that's when you're really legal. But I think 25 is like the real start point of you being an adult and having to make adult decisions that may walk with you for the rest of your life.
Yep.
But I definitely don't think that 25 is an acceptable age for sugar daddies. I think that like 30s range is where if I see it, I'm not judging it. Anything under 30. 30 is, I think, an acceptable age to start, but I think anything under 30, I'm looking at you crazy.
You look crazy as hell. Because what are you getting from this? Because now you're because I personally view you as a predator. Because why are you with this young ass girl? Because he can give her what people her age can't get her. The bitch is 19. They're not supposed to have they're supposed to have a house at this point. What are you talking about? So you have very normal things for a 35 or for a 40-year-old, sir. And it's not even good things. You have bare minimum shit. It looks so good to her because she ain't got none of that yet because she's a fucking child.
When a shorty ain't got shit, it's definitely easy to wow her.
She should think better also at 25. So at 25, right? Yes, I agree. But however, at 25, your frontal lobe is just now finishing developing, right? And like Ann said, you were just not kind of hitting adulthood. You were just not kind of hitting the age and like your life where you're like, oh, let me kind of get a little serious about some shit. Let me kind of get it up. So at 25, you're still learning how to become an adult because you just hit this fucking age. You just your brain and body just hit this little marker where it's like, okay, now I can start doing other things. Which is why I also don't understand why people are getting their fucking body done at the age of 20.
Yeah, your body.
Bitch, are you crazy?
I just got go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
A husband? You married?
No, I just got a
Not
you
you.
talking
Not you. Somebody in the comment said, I mean, she should be looking for a husband and not a sugar daddy. Said you married?
There's nothing
so
a 20 or 20 anything can do for me.
I understand what y'all was saying about the maturity, but the thing is, what about the emotional maturity? Because the thing is, let's keep it a B. Most chicks that's at 25, they fucking. You get what I'm saying? So are we saying that because of what they're trying to go for in lifestyle, they may not be mature, or the emotional maturity? Because if they know that's why I said 25, because about 25, if you don't know what your relationship or where you want to go with that, you kind of have to figure it out just a little bit. Maybe not marriage, maybe not to that extent, but you should know, because you're going to have some type of dating history in that time frame, to at least kind of know where you want to go. That's why I said 25 older.
I disagree, because I don't think you really start having meaningful relationships until about 25. I think that 20 to 25 age range, you still doing dumb shit, making a lot of dumbass mistakes. Mm-hmm. I don't think at 25 you are completely mentally capable. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. When I meet people that get married around that time range, I'm like, God damn, that's interesting, because let me tell you, brother, I wasn't there. I don't think most people are there. Not saying it is impossible, but I don't think that's the average person at 25.
Yeah.
But all right. Last thing.
Yes, they have bad judgment. Yes.
Yeah,
because they don't have the ability to make better decisions.
No, go ahead, Joe.
No, so is because, are we saying because that's the norm, right? Because, or I don't know how I could word this. Are we saying this because that's the norm we think that's the norm at 25, or that we think they should have that at 25? You get what I'm trying to say?
I think that's the norm at 25. I think for somebody, not saying that is impossible, but I think to be fully emotionally intelligent at 25, I don't think that's the average person.
No. Because again, you are just not learning. Your brain development is a real thing. The reason why you can't get mad at a toddler for doing shit that 10-year-olds do is because these are different learning capabilities. Now they know what the fuck they're doing. They don't. They're a fucking toddler. They're a baby. They don't. You think they do because in your head they do, but that's not how it actually works. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with this kind of situation.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that it's impossible because I mean I've come across some people that were younger and been impressed with their level of emotional intelligence, but I don't think that's the norm. And just looking at myself at 25, the people I was dating, I mean, I was 23 dating somebody that was 28 and she wasn't mentally intelligent. I mean, years later when we sat back and we talked about things, she was like, "Oh, well, at that point," and I'm like, "Nah, like immature in behavior, yes, but I think I've always had like a healthy amount of emotional intelligence." And I'm like, "How am I 5 years younger than you and able to interact in a more expressive way emotionally than you can?" So I don't think that 25 emotionally intelligent is completely accurate for the average person.
Yeah.
Now, Joe, before we close this out, do you have any last words on the topic, good brother?
Don't ever talk about my mom again, bitch.
The real reason he joined.
I'm glad I was able to tap in with y'all, man. It's all love, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Talk to you later.
All right, bro.
Damn, I ain't think he was gonna call in. But you know what? That's what I get. Because in the first season of this show, I said something about Africans, and he called right in, and I was just like, "Oh." I thought he was busy.
He ain't that damn busy.
But Scooty, as always, appreciate you coming through this evening. Always appreciative of your time. Any last words for the good people?
Next week we should have old boy on the show so we can talk about like the sugar daddy behavior, sugar daddy experience. We should have a special guest of old boy. He can come out and talk about some things. No, Japan.
I know what you were talking about. I was playing though.
All right, well, guys, it's been fun seeing y'all as usual.
Hey, we'll talk offline. I can set that up.
that nigga's not gonna come on this fucking show for that.
Listen, I've been talking about this and I'm going to do it, but I'm going to have a segment called X Games where I'm going to bring X's up here. We're going to do the whole if it bleeds, you leaves. We're going to vibe. And then for lounge talk, we're going to talk about the issues their relationship had. Stay tuned.
I got a list of names, please. I'm so excited. Hear me out.
Listen, whenever you ready to bring yours up, because I got 3 on standby. Now, when I say 3, I'm talking about 3 of my exes.
I know.
But talk to you later.
All right, later.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, there has been another fire episode. As always, I appreciate y'all coming through. You know what? Ryan is funny because I've been playing around with a couple different names, X-Files, X Games, whatever. I might start off with the X-Files for one segment and then get into the X Games when they argue. But as always, I appreciate y'all coming through this evening. I always appreciate y'all time. Make sure y'all are tuned in next week. It's going to be another fire episode. Y'all know how I like to end every episode. Live every day like it's your last, but make sure you are prepared for tomorrow. God bless and good night.
Everybody out my house, but it's Crip style. Watch how I get about my house, y'all. Get out. Get the fuck up out my house, nigga. Get the fuck. Get the fuck. Get the fuck up in my house, nigga. Get the fuck up out my house, nigga. Nigga, quick cut. Get the fuck up out my house, nigga. Huh? What?